Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2023 or Pokemon Horizons the Series anime episode review. This time I am talking about episode 22, so let's get to it. In this episode, Liko, Friede, and Roy search for Rayquaza in the Galar Mine. They soon realize that something, who they assume to be Rayquaza, has all the Pokemon in the mine running scared. Friede soon surmises that Rayquaza likely decided to visit the Galar Mine due to its special ores and minerals, which resemble the meteorites Rayquaza normally eats while cruising through its natural habitat. However, his hypothesis ultimately falls on deaf ears, since Liko and Roy separate from him in order to chase their Pokemon, who curiously follow a Drillbur and a Diglett as they move underground. Liko and Roy realize that they are lost. They share their situation with Friede, who tells them to stay put since he and Captain Pikachu will split up to search for them. However, Roy does not heed this warning, since he hears a roar that he assumes is Rayquaza, so he ventures deeper into the mine, forcing Liko to follow him. While they do not find Rayquaza, they do find a group of terrified Pokemon that Liko manages to appease with her trademark kindness and compassion, plus some snacks made by Mordok, which even Athena partakes of. However, their peaceful picnic is interrupted by the same roar from earlier, which makes all the Pokemon run off in terror, except for one, a Woobat, who has Liko and Roy follow it to a small camp where they find several workers unconscious. One of them reveals that a giant Pokemon took all their energy. Liko and Roy use minecarts to send them to the entrance where medical help that Liko called for will be waiting for them. As Liko and Roy wonder what attacked the workers, Amegio's goons soon appear before them, eager to steal Liko's pendant. Meanwhile, Friede is unable to find any trace of Liko and Roy. However, he does find Amegio, who quickly challenges him to a battle. Liko and Roy also end up having to battle the Explorers. However, right when the battle begins, Captain Pikachu intervenes. The battle is then interrupted altogether by the arrival of the giant Pokemon that has been roaring and terrorizing all the Pokemon, Galarian Moltres, who makes quick work of the Explorers' Pokemon, forcing them to retreat. It is soon revealed that Moltres has an ancient Pokeball, meaning that it is another one of Lucius's Pokemon. Liko, Roy, their Pokemon, and Captain Pikachu try to fight back, but they are robbed of their stamina. Moltres proceeds to attack ruthlessly, making quick work of any resistance. While Captain Pikachu does try to fight back, and Roy and Fuecoco break free of the stamina drain to retaliate with Flamethrower, Moltres swiftly shuts them down. In the end, Liko and Sprigatito also negate the Strength Sap, but they do so in order to have everyone retreat via minecart, since they cannot stop Moltres. As they make their escape, Moltres does not let up. It chases them relentlessly. Meanwhile, Friede and Charizard battle Amegio and Cerulege. While Cerulege manages to confuse Charizard with fast and crafty movements, and it even takes advantage of its ability Weak Armor, Charizard manages to counterattack effectively, bringing their battle to a stalemate. Before a winner can be decided, Liko and the company pass by at full speed, with Moltres still hot on their heels. While Friede tries to stop Moltres, he only manages to anger it further. The episode ends with Liko and the company escaping the mine, leaving Friede, Amegio, and their Pokemon behind to deal with the furious legendary bird. So that's the short but detailed summary of the episode. Now it's time to highlight, analyze, and comment on my favorite moments and or moments that are noteworthy/interesting. The highlight of this episode was of course Galarian Moltres. We already knew that Rayquaza was not the one on the prowl, but we had no idea what was lurking instead. So seeing Galarian Moltres was an amazing surprise that definitely got me hyped. Now I do want to mention here that I made a video predicting who the other 4 heroes or Pokemon belonging to Lucius are. Articuno, both Cantonian and Galarian, Cantonian Moltres, Galarian Zapdos, and Ho-Oh were among my predictions. So I was close. In fact, I regret not including Galarian Moltres among them, since it does make more sense to have it appear over Cantonian Moltres, since it had never appeared in the anime, unlike its counterpart. But hey, at least I almost had it. In any case, given that Galarian Moltres is my favorite of the Galarian legendary birds, and that this is its first appearance in the anime, I am extremely happy that it is one of the 6 heroes. Also, I love how much of an impression it made, wrecking everybody in sight and being absolutely menacing, imposing, and fierce. I really cannot wait to see how Liko and Roy will be able to subdue it, and it being summoned to help them in a time of need, just like Arboliba did. Finally, it's great that Friede and Amegio got to battle yet again, though it is a bit annoying that they have battled like 5 times thus far and they have yet to finish a battle. I guess that's the point. They are to remain as rivals on equal footing that can never settle the score. But it's frustrating to have no definite answer on who is the strongest between them. Also, it was cute and sweet to see Athena break out of her shell a little more by interacting and sharing with other Pokemon. But those are my thoughts on and analysis of the episode. Now it's time to bring this review to a close by going over my overall opinion of the episode. So, overall, this episode was awesome. While a lot of it was just the characters wandering aimlessly around the mine, the suspense of just what they might run into kept the episode engaging. And of course, it was all worth it in the end when what they found was none other than Galarian Moltres, who made the latter parts of the episode very exciting. I seriously cannot wait to see how things will unfold in the next episode. But that's the review and the video. So, as always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this one right away. Additionally, down in the description, I have affiliate links for GameStop, which is where I buy all my gaming related stuff, affiliate links for Amazon, which is where I buy all my stuff that is not gaming related or groceries, and a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page. These links will all allow you to support me directly if you would like to. I would very much appreciate it. Also, I have a link to my second channel, where I cover Resident Evil. If this is something that would interest you, then please check said channel out. Thank you so very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.